Autism Acceptance Month, and here we go. We're going to go into this. Now, remember, y'all, I'm not a professional. I'm not licensed. I'm just a human being who's been through it, who's going through it. Y'all have Google at your fingertips, and you can educate yourselves at your leisure. Remember, my link tree has a lot of information. I am neurospicy. I do not have autism, so I am allistic. Boo has autism. She's ADHD, among many other things, right? And so that's what we're going to talk about here. You see, here's a question. When it comes to understanding how these things work, trying our hardest with the loved ones in our lives, maybe you're a parent of a child who has autism, maybe nonverbal, maybe delayed processing disorder, all of these different things that come with autism. Can you imagine having autism and knowing that your mind processes things slowly, right? The delayed processing. And then you have anxiety because people don't listen to you or don't care to understand you. And once again, I'm speaking because these are the things Boo and I talk about. Right? And so there are times that even though it's not necessarily meant to hurt people, right? But sometimes it comes out the wrong way. Whether, you know, she's trying to say something or anyone who has autism. If you can relate to this is a community topic, right? Autism Acceptance Month is if you say or do something that hurts someone else's feelings, right? So let's say you say something and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, that's not too nice. But see, I know you have autism. And we say, right, autism is not an excuse. It may be the reason, but it's not an excuse. However, if someone who has autism says something that might be hurtful, let's say to myself, we'll use ourselves, you know, I'm good about that, right? I don't want to get offended right away. You know why? Because I want to know where that came from. Because maybe they just didn't know the word to use. Maybe they didn't know how to explain the feeling that they were feeling. And sometimes with the delayed processing, and I did a video of a boy who shares his journey with his mother, sometimes they will say something or agree to something before they've even processed it. You know, and then days later, they're like, oh. And so, in my experience with other people in my life who have autism is how can I approach this, right? How can I say, how do y'all feel about having someone say, hey, you know, what you said or did, that kind of hurts, but I also want to know why you said it. And also, if that happens again, how do you prefer to go about it? You know, like, do you want to be called out in the moment? Common sense hats, y'all. We want to be respectful. If you're in a room full of people, clearly you're not going to just do that, okay? So common sense hats on, you know, and brought to your attention. Or do you feel like it should be something that's known and not necessarily discussed? Which, by the way, neither one of these are better than the other or worse than the other. These are very legitimate questions I have. And it's because I do have a partner with autism. It's because I do have other people in my life. Look at y'all, my community here. You know, and we're all human. We all make mistakes. And that's why for Autism Acceptance Month and understanding as an advocate is because I want to know how I can better advocate for people who may say, well, you know, I don't know how to explain to, you know, my sister when she hurts my feelings and I know she has autism, so I feel bad telling her. So how do we feel about being able to take accountability and at the same time having an understanding? Does this make sense? If not, ask in the comments. But these are very important things, you know, and it's a very important topic. And this is the things that need to be out there because these are the things that me as an advocate want to know. And there's other people out there who want to know. There's parents of children with autism who want to know, right? So let me know in the comments. Remember, y'all, you're not alone. We're in it together, and I love you. Sorry for all the noises.